Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the London Green save. Welcome back everyone. Now you might notice the thumbnail is different. You might notice, well, pretty much everything is different now. Why is that? So I've got me notes. Let me get me notes. Unfortunately, I had some trouble with my computer. I had to reset it. I had to... Basically, it crashed on me. It crashed on me and I lost a load of save files, including the London Green save. Unfortunately, like the original London Green save. So, what I had to do was go into, after resetting, getting FM back, was go again, reload again. And you can see we're on the 1st of February 2034, which is actually where we were before. But basically what's happened is I've reloaded the save, simming through 11.5 seasons to get to where we are accurately. Save file was lost, but I've done my best to get us back to where we were. You can see the teams in the division are, half of the teams are different teams. Some are the same, like some are teams we've played before. For example, Hanger Dynamo, Samurai, Lewisham, Camden, Equinoctial, Camden and Islington. Like there are teams that we've played before and stuff like that. There were other teams, Peckham Town as well. Peckham Town are in there. You can see on the league over here. But there are other teams that we've kind of, for example, there's Bermondsey in there as well. There were other, Shepherd's Bush again, like another team we've played loads of times. If I go to the table, no, where's the here's the table, there we go. And then if I drop it down from the beginning, what I did was I put myself in the division that I was currently in. You can see there's loads of teams that we've played over the time. Hilltop Reserves, we played them loads of times. Kodak, Kensington Dragons, Indian Gymkhana Club, we played them as well. And what I did was I just simmed through these seasons, just completely like go on holiday, simmed through, didn't even bother playing them, and just made sure I didn't get promoted and I didn't get relegated. Now, if I did go properly with it, I would have created the players I had before and then simmed through and tried to match up the finishes. But to be honest, that seemed like a long process. So I basically just did this instead. I put myself in the division, just made sure I finished in the right area. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. There's Orpington, a team we played loads of times as well. There's other teams that kind of appear and then disappear. Acton Ealing Whistlers, they're another team we've played loads of times. And Bermondsey are in there as well. Equinoctial. There's Hanger in there as well. And other teams that I've never played before as well. There's Rising Ballers. There we go. Look, Rising Ballers are another team as well. And I just made sure I finished in the middle of the park, or, not too high, not too low, till we got to the current season. And then I accidentally made one mistake. My record before the save file loss was 10 wins, 7 draws, and 3 losses. I tried to get the schedule to go the right way, and I just must have missed save somewhere. So we're actually 9-8-3. So we were top of the league at the end of the last episode, despite losing a game, having games in hand and stuff like that. And if I did manage to get the record the same, we would be top of the league with goal difference. So it actually would be like as accurate. But at the end of the day, we've lost 2 points. That's all we've lost this season. We've lost 2 points. And the amount of effort that it has actually taken to get the save back to this position, it's been like 2 or 3 nights just leaving the game running on sim and making sure we don't get promoted, we don't get relegated. And yeah, that's what I had to end up doing. Next thing to talk about, I've tried to rebuild the squad. So yeah, I tried to rebuild the squad as well and try and get as many of the same players I had back into the squad. And I've done a pretty good job on that. It's just some players I could not get back. Because some of the players we had were like regen players, like naturally generated players in the game that we then signed. And other players had retired early or, like gotten injured or something. So So we've got most of the same players. Most of, not all of them. For example, Ben Horn on the old save was a right back, and now he's a striker. Sure. Other players have kind of had a few swaps around as well. We've got a couple players that through this save have kind of proved themselves to be like really good players for the club. But like the big thing is that I spent years building a squad, you know, building a team that we really had worked well on and was starting to go well. And yeah, unfortunately have lost that. But it is what it is, basically, guys. It is what it is. I've done the absolute best to get the save back to where it was. We are going to treat it like an upgrade, basically. The club has been bought out. We've got new owners. Or maybe like I am the owner properly now. And we've got a new logo, like a cool dragon looking logo where if I can click on my own club, I'll be able to see it. There we go. Like I designed that using like a free to use image and then just like putting it in a shield and stuff like that. And I was like, that's a natural progression. It looks cool to my eye. It's not like the shield we had before. It's just like a little modernization or whatever. But yeah, frankly, this situation sucks. It really does. It sucks that I lost my save. It's so annoying. And you can see like the finances actually went really good because we didn't go professional, which is exactly what like I've been saying. But I don't know how many episodes have I been saying, why did we go professional? There was no need. We didn't have the money. And I just don't understand why that happened. So yeah, when that didn't happen this time, and it kind of validated my whole thinking of that we've now got a bit of money, I still kind of was like, okay, I've got to balance it out. So I went into the finances and cut it by like 700,000. So that what we're on now is kind of a good, fair number. We're spending 6,000, more or less. The wage budget is way more than that. In fact, I could edit the wage budget again and kind of make it 10,000. So if we do that, we'll make the wage budget 10,000 instead, because 20,000 does seem to be like a little bit much. And let's make it 10,000. Okay. And there we go. Like that's a little bit better. So that means I've got a little bit of wiggle room with the squad, and I'll show you the contracts that they've got as well. So most of the players actually are on non-contracts, but they've got an appearance fee. So if I just do that real quick, and then insert column, general, oh no, contract, bonuses, appearance fee. There we go. So some of them have got like quite hefty appearance fees, such as Ben Horn on 500. Others have got like very little, and some of them have got nothing at all, which is kind of crazy that they were willing to play for nothing at all. But all I'm going to do, guys, all I'm going to say is that from now to the end of season 11, I'm going to go 2 games per episode. That's happening because I want to get to a reset. I want to get to a reset where we basically completely rebuild, looking for players like we've done over the seasons where we've had to build a squad. Because all of the stats of my players are now incorrect, basically. I don't know if these are the stats that Aaron Carlisle had before. I don't think they are. But he's a good defender. So we've got jumping reach, we've got high aggression. I don't think he had that before. But a lot of these players are not actually the same player. They're kind of like renamed players. Other players are new players, like, for example, Zach Hammond, Ruben Mason, Nathan Evans. There's a couple of others in there as well that were, for example, Martin Kovenka, who is our right winger. He was our right winger on the old save, but on this save is now like 20 years of age. I don't know how old he was on the old save, and his name was like Milan Kovenka. So I was looking for the players. Now he's here, basically. Now he's here, but it just means the whole dynamic has changed. Now, what we're going to do is talk about the plan. The plan now is to get to the end of the season and try and get promotion. Of course, I still want to do that. That's still the plan. It was the plan before. It is the plan now. And if we could get promoted, it would be great, because then we would start a new era, like a new reset point with a new club badge, Hopefully a new squad. I'm going to go mad on the preseason. What I'm probably going to do is do like one episode from when this season ends to the start of the next season, where it's just about building the squad, using my non-negotiables, using like everything that I like about my players. So I've got to get rid of this real quick. These are my non-negotiables. My whole concept was I don't want players who have red on these, and now I've got loads, and in fact most of them have got more than one. You know, they've got 2 or 3 reds. I really don't like that. So the whole point of this is you want players like this. You want Levi Flint, you want Olafsson, who don't have a red across the board, and that's the non-negotiable. So there's going to be a big change from this season to next season, but the whole, basically, and I say that word way too much, the whole dynamic of this season now is kind of, can I salvage this season? That's it. That's genuinely, that's it. Because it's not, it's just not a good situation that we got here. And I do kind of wish it didn't happen, but it is what it is, basically. Yeah. And now I've got to create fitness routine. I've got to create all of this because I did none of this. I did absolutely none of it. I just tried to sim all the way through. Okay, those are good. These are good reactions. And we're going to play 2 games. Like I say, I've chatted for like 10 minutes because I've had to explain the situation. All of these players, hopefully, most of the same team. Abrahamson, Olafsson, Howard, Roddick, Embleton, Horn, Carlisle, Turner Gilligan, Johansson, Levi Flint, Alan Jones, Alec McSkeen, Jake Evans. These are all players who were in the old save. So, like, there is a bit of continuity, but it's just not the best situation. You know, it's just not ideal. I do wish it hadn't have happened at all, but it has, and we're gonna just have to deal with that. It's telling me to do the tutorial. That's how you know it's something else here. Can we speed this up? Yeah, there we go. Cool. And now we're on this. I don't really want to be on this either. I like the 2D classic looking down. There we go. Okay. We are playing. Tactically, we're very basic. We're just kind of like try and control possession. Try and play good football. Maybe get it out to the wings if we can. But for the most part, like I say, this season is a bit of a write-off. Hopefully we can get promoted. But if we can't, it is what it is. Because we're at the point we're at now. Because I was trying to match this save to the last save. I've done the best I can. It's not ideal. It's really a kind of sucky situation. But it is what it is. And we're just going to move on from it and hopefully get to a point where this save feels kind of genuine again a little bit. It'll only take 1 season. It'll take 1 season and we'll be back properly. And that's what we're going to go with. So I didn't actually look at what the opposition are playing. I didn't even look. So that would have been a good idea to do that. Let's quickly, can I click on someone? Can I get to, if I go in the tactics, I can then see, I think, in the data hub. Oh, we've got a stat pack. Because usually there's like a opposition tactics or whatever, but maybe because we're in the match, it won't let me see that. I don't know if I've ever tried to look there before. Anyway, let's turn that off. Oh, good save, Johansson. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop talking about it. We're just going to focus on the game. So far, we've had 62% possession and generated absolutely nothing with it. So maybe that's telling me we want to kind of calm it down just a tad. Maybe be a little bit less direct. Try and hold the ball into a better space. A little bit more. At the moment, that's not really what we're doing. So let's go into the ball into the box ideal. Drag the line back a little bit just to give us a tad more time on the ball. Over here, let's get the league table on. And now, hopefully, we will get a chance. Horn is going to get to it and send it to Ruddock. Ruddock is actually the genuine player that we had before. So that's not a player that we've lost. And Howard is also the same player. So some players are the exact same player in the exact same year of their career, hopefully with the exact same kind of, attributes that they had before. It will be a little bit different. Of course it will. But the real kicker here is that I've lost the stats. That's the real kicker. So what I might try and do is go back through my old videos and build a stat sheet, a proper stat sheet, and then have like a, a spreadsheet for that. And it'll be things like probably most appearances, most goals or something like that. But that will genuinely take a long time because I'm going to have to go through. Actually, I don't even think I can because there were some seasons where I didn't play every game on camera. So yeah, that's actually, I can't do that. I can't do that extensively. I can't do that properly. And if I can't do something properly, I don't really want to do it. Even this, oh, Ruddock's in. Oh, great save. Great save. Okay, we're doing much better with the ball now, having kind of pulled that tempo back a little bit. And that directness back a little bit. We're kind of less eager or less I don't know, less desperate to get the ball forward and into the box. We're able to kind of build a little bit slower, which is doing us a favor so far. So let's get back into it now. Queenie up the left, goes to Embleton, goes to Abrahamson, goes back to Aaron Carlisle. So I do like the fact that we've got most of the same players. And yeah, overall, it kind of sucks, but it does. I did get to create a new logo, which is cool. I had to design a new logo, which I had fun doing and making something that kind of almost looked like a natural evolution. Embleton! There we go, Charlie Embleton. Assisted by John Howard. The first goal of a new era. Lovely stuff. Let's watch the replay. Here we go. Olafsson whips it into Howard, who plays it first time to Embleton. Gets himself into a great position. Fires it. And you might say the keeper should probably keep that one out. But there is an argument that the defender was blocking the keeper's point of view. So maybe it's a bit harsh. Let's throw out a calm down after getting that goal and see if that keeps the lads out there sensible. Thornhill grabs it, plays it back to Makayan, out to Attenbar, and he puts it towards the goal. Johansson makes a good save. This actually might be a little bit speedy. Well out. Nice. That was actually really good. And Turner Gilligan gets it away, and we will hopefully go to halftime 1-0 up. With good possession, good amount of shots created, and just bringing that line back did seem to work. So despite the fact that they had a good couple of chances early doors, since we've kind of made that change, it's been pretty good. It really has. Let's make... Oh, no, sorry. Let's delegate that. Pump fists. Things are going well, but you could do better. I'm going to call out for an encourage, maybe? We'll call out for an encourage. You're doing well, but there's always room to go and grab another one. Howard goes back to Carlisle, back to Patterson. Patterson is a new player. That is a new player that we got in because I just didn't have any centre-backs when I loaded up the squad. I had like 2 centre-backs. I've still got Ifeanyi Sunday. I've lost the entire youth network. So all of the players that were kind of coming through, they're gone. And again, that's going to be a rebuild kind of situation for the future. We've got the under-18s who are in the league, which is good, but we've also got a reserve squad and we've got an under-21 squad, which is quite useful in terms of kind of organizing my players and who I want to play and stuff like that. Like, I think next season, I'm going to try and keep... Oh, come on, you've got to defend better than that from your corner. I'm going to try and keep to a bit more of a structure to the first team, to the second team, to the third team kind of idea. Even to the fourth team. But the under-18s aren't really the fourth team, are they? It's kind of a little bit different. Wow. So that was not ideal from Olafsson defending the corner there. We're at 64 minutes. think I'm going to make some changes. Let's bring on Nathan Evans on the right-hand side. Bring on Alex McSkeen in the middle. And that'll be all we do for now. But we are going to tell them to calm it down on there, calm it down on there. Maybe keep the ball a little bit more. Even more than we currently are. Maybe just lower that line of engagement just a tad. Just to try and again, just kind of if we lower our line, hopefully that means we have a bit more time on the ball and can find some even better passes. Hopefully. Turner Gilligan into Abrahamson, back to Turner Gilligan, back to Abrahamson, finds McSkeen. What do you want me to say, guys? What do you want me to say? That is just an instant impact from Alex McSkeen. Scores the second goal of the new era. And I'm pretty proud of that goal because it's involved a player we've just subbed on. And he's put it away really nicely. He's put it away really, really nicely. So that makes it 2-1. We're going to go for another calm down. Keep your heads, guys. Keep focused. And can we see this one out? You know, I really, really want to see if we can get a win and try and get back to the top of the table. That's where we were. That's where we had earned top of the table after 20 games in the last save. And I've lost it through you know, losing the save. It's nothing we can do about it. So if we can win the top of the table back today, I would be real chuffed. And of course, with 2 games per episode from now to the end of the season will wrap up pretty quickly indeed. Oh, Evans, wow, look at that step round his man, and he gets taken out, and that's a penalty. Oh no, okay, there's a yellow card. Who's going to take it? Is it McSkeen? It is. Can he make it 2 in this short appearance? Yes, he can. He has absolutely fired that home. I really like that. I think it is a tad fast on the highlight speed. Just a tad. It looks like he's kind of shot that a little bit to the left, but kind of central. And the keeper wasn't able to stop it. Which is ace for us. We like that. 10 minutes to go. Or there and thereabouts. We're just going to drop back onto balanced mindset. And yeah, we're okay. It looks like the teams around us have also managed to win their games. The FH Whistlers. Not sure who they are, or I won't lie, the FH, I don't know what it stands for. Maybe we can see. So it says they're from Greenford. But they play at a school. Yeah, I don't know what the FH actually stands for. Okay. And the other side of that is Camden and Islington, which of course is a team we've been playing against for a while. So no surprise that they're up against us as well. We're used to that one. That's fine. Okay, what have we got? Well, we've got a minute to go. Wow, we've really blasted through this second half with a good performance and a good bit of control. Oh, okay, no, the keeper grabs it. And we're going to get to the end of this game with a lovely win, which is great. What a way to start the new era with the new badge and everything. We're looking good. Looking real good. And if we can just see off this last attack, and that will wrap things up brilliantly. Okie dokes. Now, we've got to get to the next game, of course. If we look at the XG without the penalty, we were... Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where's XG? There it is. Get rid of that. Get rid of... Actually, I think the rest of it's kind of okay. What does ball share show you? 62, so 38. I don't really know if that's a helpful stat for me to see. Possession, yeah, pretty helpful. Clear-cut chances, pretty helpful. Non-penalty XG, 0.9 to 1. We scored 3 goals, so that's all you really need to know about that. 2 for McSkeen, 1 for Embleton, assist for Howard, a hit assist for Abrahamson. Of course, Evans got taken down for the penalty, so you can kind of call that an influence as well. Overall, a great result. We're going to go to the dressing room. Really, really good stuff. Oof. Okay, some of them are kind of demotivated. Let's try and correct that with a You guys did really well. Confident, confused, unsure. Okay, well, look, it might be a new save. I'm still the same old manager. I make the wrong decisions when it comes to that. It is what it is. And we are going to go straight to the next game. I'm not going to mess around. We've got no real reason to mess around with signings or anything like that. That'll come next season. From now to the end of the season, 6 episodes, and it's all going to be about trying to win games, trying to get promoted. We're currently 2 points away from the top spot. That's fine. I'm sure when the opposition teams drop points, we will be there to pick them up. Let's go. Next game. Okay, guys, we're at the next game. It was only like 3 days away, so that's okay. And today we've got the Whistlers up against Camden United, who are slightly further down. And Camden and Islington versus the old Isleworthians, who again are slightly further down. But we can hope for the best and hope that these two red and black badged teams can do us a favour. And as long as we beat Old Boys Clapham as well, we should be in for it. Now, I have gone in and kind of fixed the data hub. I was missing this information, which is kind of useful. And by doing that, I had to go into change my scouting focus and stuff like that. And I've also slightly altered the plan as it is right now. Yes. Olafsson doesn't have a permit. So I need to... How do I do that? Apply for work permit. There we go. Yes, we do. Decision date set. 20k! Oh my word. This was not something that we had to deal with before. And if it does mean we have to lose Olafsson, then so be it. We'll be part of the unfortunate situation we find ourselves in. Okay, Alfie Cutbush is going to come into the team. Any other changes I want to make? Yeah, let's give McSkeen a start for that really good performance in the last game. Let's give Lonsdale Longdon a chance as well. Another player that we did have before. Kovenka could come in. Good. Kaltoba for Sweeney. And maybe Sam Carr can have a go for Patterson. Sam Carr is another a new player that, again, I had to bring in because... Where was the way? Whoa, wait, I just made those changes. Why did it not... So I kept Carr and it... never mind. All right, whatever. Horn gets another opportunity. McSkeen will get another opportunity off the bench. And let's make some outlandish claim. If Horn hasn't scored by half-time, then we'll hook him. We'll bring him off. And McSkeen will go on and see if McSkeen can get the goals like he did in the last game. So, yeah. Old Boys play with a wing play. So I've gone and changed the tactics again. Just edited it a little bit. What we are doing is just, again, bringing that line... Sorry, where is it? Where's the line? Bringing that line back a little bit to try and negate the fact that they want to get into those wide areas, get in behind our back line and put the ball in the box. So we're just, we've stepped back a little bit. We give them less of an opportunity to do that. And, that's a good ball in. And it's just wide. Good start for the Old Boys Clapham. Let's see what we can do in response. Now, we've gone long with the goal kick. But we do not find anyone. Williams on the ball, out to Chambers. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what they want to do. We cannot be letting them do that. Got to try and stop them getting out wide. It's going to be quite difficult. Let's put the wing backs on defend and try and keep us locked in defense. Don't want you pushing forward. I don't want you giving up space. Oh, that's close off the bar and Johansson gets hold of it. My word, we are all over the shop. In this first 10 minutes or so, we've given up a lot of chances. I need these guys to take a minute, calm down and get into the game. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Howard goes from distance and it just goes over the bar, but at least we are having a shot. I'm okay with that. Camden are already winning their game, which is not what we want to hear. They're 1-0 up. Tim Holmes in the 8th minute. It is a little bit calmer now. It looks like they've had a shot or two. No, just the one extra shot there. But you know what? Maybe we're going to have to go a little bit more positive. And their formation... Oh, where is it gone? Their formation is... Let's see what we do off this corner first. Horn into the back post. It's well nodded away, and they will actually chase and keep it on. Fair play. I think, did I just see that Camden United are winning their game against the Whistlers? Because that's what we need. That is what we need. But we need to win our game, or at least, you know, get a draw. We've been quite good this season, last season, in the game, the save, whatever you want, however you want to consider it. Good pass. Oh, just wide. At the drawing games, we have not lost many games. We are a difficult team to beat. And look at that. I am not, my eyes do not deceive me. We are seeing Camden beat the Whistlers 2-1 at the moment. Now, we have not generated nearly enough. So I think I'm going to have to ask us to go a little bit different with it. Let's turn that off. Still want to regroup, but they're on the wing play. Out of possession. Maybe we can engage higher, press higher, kind of keep our line at the back as it is. A little bit of a kind of the best of both worlds, potentially. It sounds like a little bit counterintuitive. Like, it sounds like it may not work at all. Because I'm asking my defenders to do one job and I'm asking my attackers to do a different job. And there's probably going to be heaps of space in the middle of the park. I don't know. We shall see. Shall see. After 5 minutes, not much has happened in this second half. However, it's our opportunity here. Thomas Kaltoba on the ball. For the corner. He whips it in. Horn at the back post. Won't be able to get to it. Embleton gathers. We will go again. Embleton runs towards the box. He takes a long shot and just puts it over. Not bad. I mean, if you're going to have a go, have a go. I don't mind it. You know, it's still only 0-0. There's still a lot of time to go. And if we are able to get a few more chances going in this second half here, it's all aces. We might even be able to get a goal and get ahead. Embleton, really well done. Gets it in the middle. Oh, my word. My word. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. I was going to say, how have we not put that in? It looked like a golden opportunity. And Gaz Lawless, what a name that is. Oh, my word. He has taken out Tyrese Roddick. I'm assuming Ben Horn is going to step up. No, it's Alfie Cutbush, and he puts it in. 1-0 from the spot. And from 2 episodes ago, no, one episode ago, was titled, Can We Stop Giving Away Penalties? And then in this episode, we are the team being given the penalties. We are being given the opportunity to score from the spot. And at the moment, we are 1-0 up. I love that. And I'm going to call for a calm down, as we tend to do. Because we've got the lead, and that's the important thing. We may not have played so well in that first half. We didn't really generate all too many chances. But we are now 1-0 up. We could even potentially go onto a natural, balanced mindset. We don't want to go forward too much. Potentially slow that tempo down just a bit. Turn that off as well. Hold the ball, work the ball into the box. Really try and take complete control of the game. You know, not kind of try and wrestle control. No, take control. That's a good bit of play. But Johansson does well, covers the angle, and makes sure we don't concede. Still 1-0. Now it's just defend the corner and get to the next phase. Okay, back out to Carson, to Chambers. And they've got Carson and Chambers. That's like our team from not long ago. Okay, dealt with. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The Whistlers are still losing, so we have jumped them. Oh, it's gone over. But Camden and Islington are still winning 1-0 in their game. It would be interesting to see the stats, if we could, of that game, but I'm not sure we will be able to. In fact, might even ask us to step back that press a little bit. But I've engaged just a little bit lower. Really try and stop the opposition from getting into basically these positions here where they can cause a bit of damage, bit of trouble. And Johansson saves the day there. He gets across nicely. It was a good move. And if we could, well, look, if we could win this game from a 1-0, from a penalty, I would take it. I actually would. It would almost feel like a bit of justice considering I lost a win regenerating the save. No, the Whistlers have scored. They've made it 2-2. And then I've just seen that Camden and Islington conceded and then instantly replied with a goal of their own. Turner Gilligan into Lonsdale Longdon, into Cutbush, into Howard. Howard shoots it. He does all just wide, but good shot. Good bit of play. Good working the ball into a good area. Yes, you can see, look at that. 81, the Old Isleworthians, and 82, Camden and Islington. That's a frustrating one. That's what happens. And of course, the Whistlers are 2-2 as well. Good ball in towards the back post. Embleton will regather again and just do the same thing you did earlier. Just get into an area, try and find a pass, try and find a cross. He does eventually try and find that cross into Kaltoba. Shoot it, lad. He does. What a goal that is from Thomas Kaltoba. My word. Embleton sends it all the way across. And I've got to say, that is one heck of a finish. From the corner flag, literally bounced off the corner flag. He brings it down. Oh, lovely control. Fires it in. That is one heck of a finish from our, left back? Out on the right wing? What? Great goal. And with that goal, the Whistlers getting a draw means we equalise on points with them with not long to go here. And potentially win both games of today's episode by 2 goals. And there we go. That's it. Lovely stuff. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. Brilliant stuff. Our XG wasn't great. It really wasn't. But when you create good chances, you might score from them. And if you defend as well as we did in that game, good possession, good passing percentage, they've made way more fouls than us. So almost everything about that. And look at the defender ratings. That's all you need to look at, really. No wonder we didn't concede. Look at those defender ratings. And Johansson, and Cutbush, and Lonsdale Longdon. Just from one of the midfielders all the way down. Incredible, incredible play. I'm really, really proud of that performance. I'm happy we got the win. Stressed? Why are you stressed? Don't be stressed, guys. That's not what we need. But let's see what the table says. After, because there maybe was a late goal in the other games that I've missed. Saving game. Okay, yeah, I've told the game to save after every game we play, and then I'm gonna move the save into a USB so I do not lose it again. I do not want to lose it again. Okay, so 2-2 ended Camden Whistlers, and then 2-1 Camden versus the Old Isleworthians. So we've moved to 1 point behind Camden and Islington and equalised with the Whistlers, which is great. That's absolutely fine. And this is why we have to play 4-3-3 DM wide. What? That's one heck of a tweet. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. There we go, guys. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you like the new badge. I hope you like the new thumbnail. Yeah, it's not a great situation, like I've said a couple times here. But ultimately, we're just going to do our best. And wow, 20k, that's going to cost a lot. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, well, look, if we can't get the work permits that we need, that's kind of sucks, but that's neither here nor there. And we would have lost a bit of money, but our overall balance is okay. So yeah, it's doing what it's doing. We're currently spending 8.3, so we're still within that budget, which is great. Going to have one last look at the table. We are 11, 8, and 3, which is actually okay because we were 10, 7, and 3. So I'm now going to say that this is accurate. This is where it is. Anyway, not going to worry about it. Thank you for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Seriously, I do apologize for the situation. I definitely could have made the save files, backups, and stuff like that beforehand. So it is still partially my fault. It is what it is. Thank you for watching, guys. I shall catch you next time.